I've got an off docket matter.
Okay, what you got?
It is 2553123.
Okay,
Mr. Haygood,
yes.
and he's here, and we're asking for a walkthrough. And they've spoken with the complainant.
Hey, good, come up, please. Mr. Burns, are you hearing this too? Oh, you have. You are Mr. Haygood.
Sir.
Mr. Haygood, you are charged with violation of a bond condition or protective order. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, Sebastian.
All right, on February 24th, 2025, officer was dispatched in reference to a possible violation of protective order and made contact with Patty first. Stated that her ex attempted to contact her via Fortnite.
Did he just violate a protective order through Fortnite? You heard that right, a video game message might land him in jail. This is why digital communication is no joke in legal matters. What do you think? Should gaming platforms be flagged in court like texts or calls?
On an Xbox game system.
That's my jam. Fortnite? Oh, yeah. That's my jam.
You stated that she received messages under a username, OBT Haygood and LLUVVMEE. Message she received stated saying, "Hey you, I miss your voice," and then received several friend requests. And she knew that the complainant would have stated that from her experience.
Around here comes the judge's hammer. Listen closely to how seriously she takes bond violations. Zero bond, that means no way out of jail if he slips up again. Do you agree with this no second chances stance?
That was linked to the defendants.
So he's trying to contact you through Fortnite.
Right, through the messaging system at the Xbox.
Right. Okay. All right. Mr. Haygood, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I want you to know now that the Texas Constitution does not allow me, but in very, very limited circumstances, to have a hearing to hold someone at no bond. You are now charged with a violation of protective order, and I'm putting conditions on your bond now. If I find that you violate these conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at zero bond, no bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every person in this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
So the problem is that he's got an impeding breath, I guess, against the same person now, right?
Yes, Judge. Just for the court's awareness of with the complainant, she's not on the word or anything like that. I think counsel and I have agreed that, no contact is going to be best moving forward. There's some issues with the cases that we'll look over,
Okay.
But just wanted to bring that to your attention.
What about bond? Because we need to set a bond and,
There's a $5,000, or I think they've requested a $5,000 bond.
okay.
I'm asking for a $1,000 bond. And if I may, Your Honor, during the altercation, I showed the state a video that shows her being very violent. And during that altercation, his Xbox was broken. So he's denying he did. I don't know how Xbox works, and I don't know how Fortnite works.
Hey, you never played Xbox?
Judge, my
Is it a
10-year-old plays
PlayStation
it.
or an Xbox?
My 10-year-old plays it excessively, but
You've never played Xbox?
I
You know- Come
I
on.
don't. I mean, I've tried a little bit, but 2 minutes.
Oh my Lord. I mean,
I can't. I just get killed.
help me. I know what you're getting for Christmas. It's not the worst in the world, Mr. Haygood, but no means no. And I want you to understand that we're absolutely serious. If I find that you try to message this person through any means, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand?
I understand.
I believe that everybody deserves a chance, but I'm only going to give you one. I will not give you any more. Understand? So I'll set the bond at $3,000. I'm going to grant you a PR bond today, but you're not going to get another one. You will sign orders now not to have any contact with this person, not to use any marijuana, not to use any alcohol, illegal drugs. If I find that you're using, you pick up another case or you try to have contact by any means necessary, I don't care what it is, I will put you in jail.
Sure.
You understand?
I understand clear as day.
So it's a bond set at 3. PR bond granted. And then, so I'm going to have you monitored through pretrial, so don't worry. So you're also not to be in possession of weapons as well. So you've got a lawyer. Just listen to him. He'll take care of you, even though he doesn't play Xbox. And then just, you know what's right. You know what's wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Case number on the bond.
Oh, it's 255-3120.
31.
So, Mr. Glover, you have picked up a burglary of a motor vehicle. You've also picked up an assault of a family member. On both of those cases, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 120 days in jail with credit for the 66 on the assault and 68 days on the burglary of a motor vehicle. You need to understand that both of these cases will go on your record. They will be there for the rest of your life. On the assault case, there's an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning if you pick up another one of these, you will be facing a 3rd-degree felony, 2 to 10 of the penitentiary. And if you've been to the pen, it could be just, they can continue to enhance your punishment, perhaps 5 to life, 15 to life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
On the burglary of a motor vehicle, that is also an enhanceable offense, meaning you continue to pick up those cases. At some point, they'll hit you with a felony on that as well. Do you understand?
Sir.
From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in any misdemeanor court here in the state of Texas. Any misdemeanor you pick up, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, there's no turning around. This is stuck. It'll be there forever. Is this what you want to do?
Sir.
You also need to understand that if you're on parole, pleading guilty to both of these cases, they may revoke your parole, sending you back to prison. What is ISF? I don't know what's going to happen, but they can revoke your parole, send you back to prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You still want to do all this? How do you plead to the assault and the burglary of a motor vehicle? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to both cases. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Mr. Glover. Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, so we have Jose Guerrero. This is an old case. It's from 2020.
You have another Guerrero?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, it's an old case. It's from 2023. The state wanted a 30-day reset to look over the case to
There's
see.
a 2B warrant, Judge.
Okay. Is discovery complete on the case?
It says the 911 call is still in progress. It was requested on the 14th, but I mean, if it's from 2023, I don't know if they would still have records for 911.
Yeah, I think they keep them,
Oh wait, no, that's on the felony. I apologize. Yes, discovery is completed. Besides, we need to subpoena for the medical records.
do you have an offer in the case?
No offer yet because this case just came onto my docket, so I'm trying to reach out to the complainant to see if I can get in contact with him first before I make any offer.
Okay. So he's really just, it's been in,
Yes, the first setting on this case was on January 13th, 2025.
yeah, so they filed it to be December of 23. And looks like he didn't get picked up until, January of this year. So we'll just give you like a normal,
Thank you.
just, right. So it's like, how long have you been on it? Did you just get appointed?
Yes, well, I've been on since the January.
Do like
setting.
settings. I mean, you don't have to just have 30 days. Well, normal because it's been in just 2 weeks.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Back on Jose Guerrero, do you have any other bond conditions aside from the ones from the magistrate?
Is this the one that we revoked?
No, that was Guadalupe Guerrero. Well, Jose Guerrero, we were just talking about if that was the 2B.
He's in jail?
No, he's here.
Come up, Jose Guerrero. So he has a felony assault from January
Yes.
and then our assault here. Let's do PC because I don't remember anything.
Okay.
Morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Guerrero, you were charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On June 14th, 2023, an officer was dispatched to a residence in reference to an assault call for service. The complainant entered into a storefront to make the report. The officer identified the complainant by his Honduras identification card. The complainant stated that he and his family were at their residence in Houston, Harris County, Texas on June 10th, 2023. And he stated that some friends later identified as the defendant came over to the residence to discuss the complainant working at their residence located in Cleveland, Texas. The complainant described the defendant to be in his mid-20s to early 30s, and they were all sitting around. And Miss Bougon asked the complainant if they could drink while they ate. The complainant did not have any issues saying yes to the request. Then Miss Bougon then asked the complainant if he could play music while they ate, drank beer, and talked. The complainant stated that while he was looking down at his phone attempting to start playing music, the complainant's son, Jose, struck him in the face with his left side, causing it to be swollen. The complainant stated he believed it was a close fist punch, but was not sure due to him looking at the ground at his. After the defendant struck the complainant, all three parties left the. The complainant stated that after the altercation on June 11, 2023, he felt pain and discomfort in his mouth and thought it was a broken tooth, but the pain got increasingly worse, where he felt like he needed to go to the emergency room. The complainant went to the hospital at a later date and then called officers on 213.
This is brutal, allegedly punching someone in the face, then stomping on their head. The judge isn't playing around, she's threatening. A bond so high it'll make your teeth fall out. What sentence would you hand down in a case like this?
Okay, so what happened in the felony case then, please?
Yes, so on January 12, 2025, an officer met with the complainant who stated her boyfriend began going through her phone and accused her of cheating. The defendant grabbed the complainant by her arms and squeezed them, causing pain. The defendant then punched her in the face and threw her to the floor. The defendant then stomped on the complainant's head several times, causing pain and for her to bleed from both ears.
Mr. Guerrero, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand? If I find that you become a danger in any way whatsoever, I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to have teeth falling out. Do you understand?
I understand.
You are not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication, and I'm going to test you like crazy. In fact, I'm going to send you for a drug test right now. Do you understand? If I find that you're using, it's really not going to go well for you. You're not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to go where they live, where they work, anywhere. Can you run his license, see if he has a valid Texas driver license? Submission.
It says that, oh wait. It says, his CDL is
Cortez?
licensed.
If you do not have a Texas driver license and or liability insurance in your name, you are also not allowed to drive. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm sending him for a drug test now. If you fail to go test, if you fail to come back, a warrant for your arrest will issue. Take the test, you must come back. Okay, take a seat for me.
Before reset.
Mr. Flores, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. This is a second that's being reduced to a first, correct?
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
Mr. Flores, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're now reducing your DWI to a Class B first offense, but you need to understand 2 and 1 and 1 still make 2, you pick up another DWI, what happens?
Yeah, it's on.
No, wrong. What happens?
Felony.
Ah, up to 10 years in prison. And you don't have to be falling down, slippy ass drunk to pick up. All you need is just the mildest odor. They pull you over, they look at your record, boom, it's over. Do you understand? Even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would never get into a car because it's a huge risk. Do you understand? The agreement that you have worked out, Mr. Flores, is there. It is a 180-day jail sentence to be probated for 12 months. You must do a repeat offender DWI education class. 3 victim impact panels. Substance abuse treatment. You must do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No breath test refusal. If you are pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, then you're in violation of this probation and you will get a warrant issued for your arrest. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, and 25 hours of community service. Is this how you understand the agreement?
I understand.
You also need to understand that DWI is big business. Because this is a second offense, you will be required to pay the DPS supervisory fee. So that is now $3,000 that you will be required to pay. And if you don't, then you will sit every day, 1 day in jail for every $100 you owe. Somehow I have to get your attention. And if it's not by money, then it will be through. Do you understand? It's unacceptable. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. No more. Do you understand? If you violate this probation, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. You will go to jail and I'm going to bring you back out and you are looking at 180 days in jail. That means no drugs, no alcohol. You must do your classes on time. You pick up a new case, it's just not going to go well for you. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty, sir?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to this agreement. So how much is the total for everything?
Everything.
With the 3,000, please.
Ian Brown?
Here's the other thing, Mr. Flores. Because you are taking an additional DWI education class, DPS may suspend your license. So before you start driving, you need to look and you need to contact DPS to see if your license is eligible. If it is not, you cannot drive. If you drive on a suspended license, you're in violation of this probation. Do you understand?
I understand.
Mackenzie, do you mind running his license now, please? So we can do the, divide it out by year.
His driver's license is not eligible, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing up an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your excuse is, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay.
The court costs, including DPS fine, is $3,500.
What is that?
It's a handheld device.
35 points.
That's including $50 payment.
Okay, so the total amount that you will be required to pay is $3,520. You will be able to pay it through while you're on probation because they will put you on a payment plan. I'm going to tell you, you get caught up again, it's a ton of prison time. You understand? All right, good luck, sir. Thank you, guys.